Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Ahmed Manjang on Good News Online. Welcome to another edition of COVID-19 Daily Update. Today, as you can see, we're doing the update, and also I'll be discussing the demonstration that is taking place between Pipeline Mosque and American Embassy about the brutal killing of George Floyd. Organization rising up against racism. We've been trying to obtain a permit for the protest, but as you all know, there was a state of emergency. We believe it will finish on the 8th. And we were promised by the police once the state of emergency is over, they will issue the permit. So, but unfortunately, the president declared another state of emergency. But at the same time, the police also were good to their works. They decide to issue it anyway. So I'll advise, if you're going to come, we should try and observe good personal hygiene, respiratory hygiene, and also social distancing. But this will happen on Saturday. This Saturday coming between 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. And the gathering place is Pipeline Mosque. So you can do your individual banners, even though the group will be providing some banners. And you just go straight to Pipeline Mosque. But before that, about COVID-19, as you say, across the world, the numbers are increasing. In the US, about 20 different states, are seeing significant increase in their daily numbers. And this is not only about numbers, the number of hospitalization also is increasing. So that means what I predicted 2 weeks ago, how these protests are going to affect this pandemic is coming into true, unfortunately, because these were spontaneous protests, and you have angry people shouting top of their voice, most of them without no face mask. And we all know the most significant contributor to the spread of this COVID-19 is through aerosols. So the numbers are going up, and now the new epicenter also is in South America, and in Africa also the numbers are increasing significantly. And the countries very close to the Gambia are no different. So as they said, the causes, if the causes persist, there is no doubt the consequences are inevitable. So Gambia is not out of the wood yet, even though our numbers are very, very minimal, and they have been very, very consistent since from the beginning. So just to remind myself and my viewers, COVID-19, we all know, started in December last year. That's about 6 months ago now, 7 months, even though it feels like it's been here, for all our lives. That is because of the impact these virus have on us. Personally, it's only now I start actually feeling the effect of this virus, because normally this time of the year I book my holiday and the countdown will start. But as of today, there is no way I couldn't book my holiday. Up to now, the international flight from this country and in are banned, and in my workplace also all annual vacations, especially if you want to travel outside the country, are all on hold right now. So since December 2019, 7,671,787 people are infected with COVID-19, and out of that, 426,030 people died as a result of this virus. This is about 8% mortality rate. So what that means is if you have COVID-19, your chances of dying is like 8%. But this is not across the board. People with underlying medical conditions like diabetes, hypertension, or overweight, obesity, have higher rates, higher mortality rate if they happen to have COVID-19. And this is the reason why it's killing more Black and Asian minority people in the developed countries. And why that? Because these underlying conditions like hypertension, diabetes, and also obesity is endemic in Black and Asian minority group in Europe and in America. So that's why the virus is killing them disproportionately. So basically, what COVID-19 does, it shed light, it put everything into sharp focus. That's the normal trend anyway, but because it's been spread, the Blacks and Asian minority have been dying regularly than the rest of the country. But what COVID-19 did, we've seen these numbers went up in a very, very short time. So the politicians cannot play with the figures again. And it's in the fore, and the medias are reporting it. And I believe some drastic changes will happen, because the other contributing factor also why COVID-19 is killing more Asian and Black minorities in Europe and also in America is that they are more likely to use the public transport. They are more likely to go to work. That means they are more unlikely to work from home, because when the pandemic struck, most companies allow their people to work at home. But for Black and Asian minority, if you work in a hospital, either as a nurse or a doctor or a cleaner, you have to go. And if you work as a bus driver or you work, to clean the bus station, you have to go physically to be there. And that also contributed to infection rate. And the other factor is overcrowding. You will find most of these minority group in downtown cities where overcrowding is not uncommon. So if one household member happen to have COVID-19, the chances of him or her transferring the virus to other members of the household increases a lot, because they cannot observe social distancing in their homes. So the number of people who recovered from COVID-19 so far is 3,886 and 342,000. So this number I said is going to be very, very significant. In fact, there are companies who believe by the end, before the end of the summer, they should be able to bring treatment option that is based on the immunology of the recovered people. When I say immunology, immunoglobulins, these are specifically programmed proteins that our body immune system or our body defense system manufactured, to clear the pathogen that infect us. It can be bacteria, it can be virus, it can be yeast or whatever, or it can even be poisons. So basically, once you recover, that means you have these immunoglobulins in your body. So what the scientists are doing, they're going to take that and go and replicate them. I can say, to put it in a layman term and photocopy them, and they will be using that to, transfuse into people with the virus, and they will recover. They should recover. Currently, there are 3,359,415 people with COVID-19 infections, and out of that, 3,305,469 are in mild conditions. And when I said mild condition, these are the group Some of them don't even know they have COVID-19 because they are asymptomatic. When I said asymptomatic, I mean they are showing no symptoms that they are infected with virus. But how do they know they are infected with virus? Is through testing. The most important intervention mechanism to reduce the transfer or the spread of COVID-19 is contact tracing. Like if somebody come down ill with COVID-19, then they will interview them, the people he came in contact with. Then the contact tracers will go to those people and interview them and take samples from them. And in most of the time, they will find that these people, in fact, are already infected, and not only infected, but they are transmitting viruses. So, number of people who are critically or seriously ill with COVID-19 infection right now stands at 53,946 people. COVID-19 get into our system through our respiratory tract. That is through first to the upper respiratory tract, that is our nose, eyes, and then around to then into our throat and into our lungs. And once into the lungs, that's where the real damage happens because the body mounts a defense mechanism to get rid of the virus. So it produces lot of cytokines, and these cytokines, if they are produced to a larger number, can overwhelm the body and it can cause what we call cytokine storm. And this is how the virus kills people, or it damages the lining of the lungs to such an extent that the oxygen cannot transfuse from the inside of the lungs and into your blood. So this what does it causes a hypoxia. That means low oxygen in your system, and eventually your vital organs, which need that oxygen to continue to function maximally, will start to malfunction, like the kidney, like the brain, and the heart, and that's how the virus actually kills people. So I'm going to give you the statistic for this week. That means the total number of infections for top 10 most affected countries. Past 24 hours, we have across the world, there are 86,688 new cases and 2,944 dead. That's across the world. And America recorded 11,299 and 355. So those numbers are going back to the April numbers again. America, the epicenters like New York and some other cities, they bring it down. But unfortunately, because of these riot and widespread protests across the U.S., the numbers are coming back again with real vengeance. And Brazil past 24 hours recorded 3,749 new cases and 104 deaths. Russia recorded 8,987 cases and 183 deaths. And India recorded 11,106 new cases, 389 deaths. UK recorded 1,541 new cases and 202 deaths. Spain recorded 502 new cases and no death. And Italy recorded 163 new cases and 56 deaths. Peru, the numbers for Peru are not yet in. They are also part of the top 10 most affected countries right now. Germany recorded 215 new cases and 3 deaths. And Iran, the number for Iran are unfortunately going back again. In fact, it's already declared they are suffering from the second wave or the second pandemic, which the whole world feared. Already, it is believed Iran is already suffering from the second wave, and which tend to be more severe and more deadly. Currently, past 24 hours, they recorded 2,369 new cases and 75 deaths. And Turkey recorded 1,195 new cases and 15 deaths, and Chile recorded 6,754 and 222 deaths. So for countries that surround Gambia, like Senegal so far recorded 4,851 cases, but past 24 hours they recorded 92 new cases, and Guinea-Conakry recorded 4,404 cases so far, and past 24 hours they recorded 2,000. No, past 24 hours they recorded 258 new cases. And Mali recorded 1,752 cases so far and 30 new cases past 24 hours, and Bissau 1,389 cases so far, and new cases not yet recorded. And Burkina Faso so far recorded 892. Sierra Leone also recorded 1,103 and 18 new cases past 24 hours. So that's the figures for daily COVID-19 updates. And just to remind you, tomorrow, 13th of June, there is a big demonstration taking place to um, mark the brutal death of George Floyd, which happened in May last year, in May this year. So Gambia people are also protesting to show support to our brothers and sisters in U.S., which are suffering from terrible systemic racism, which I believe now um, something definitely will come out of it, even though Donald Trump thinks anyway these protests will die out soon, and these protests will in fact help him with his re-election. So the protests will start at Pipeline Mosque, 10 o'clock. You know, the 10 o'clock at Pipeline Mosque. So that's the gathering place. Then people will march to gather in front of the American embassy, where different speakers from different human rights groups in the Gambia will make speeches. Then from there, they will hand over a petition to the U.S. Ambassador. So if you happen to be in the Gambia, tomorrow is Saturday, go out there. You will never have a better opportunity to stand against injustice, to stand against widespread racism that is happening in the U.S. This is not for only the black people in the U.S., but we have how many Gambians are in the U.S., how many Gambians are in Europe, and we also for this kind of discrimination all over the world, from the public transport to our workplaces. So it's about time we show to the world enough is enough. George Floyd brutal killing should be the tipping point for racism anywhere in the world. So, guys, today, as we can start here, this is what I have for today. Inshallah, we'll continue on Monday with this discussion. We have our panel discussion, our key just on Monday, 6 o'clock Gambia time and 7 o'clock UK time. Our speaker, our guest, main guest is Dr. Lamin J. Dabo. Then we have Fatou Jaumani will be present, and Professor Conte also will be on the panel. Banka Mane and Dave Mane will all be panel, and also Dr. Esa Toure of Union also will be part of the panel. Thank you, Yamari. You are welcome. I'm already in the weekend mood, so I'm stopping here till on Monday. I'm going to enjoy my weekend, and I wish you all happy, blessed weekend. When your news online, appreciate your custom, and please share the video. Thank you all. Bye.
Ande ati kodi di bo ba Blessed with the mighty Atlantic Ocean, fertile agricultural lands, and a strategic geographic location that gives an opportunity for a lot of people to explore and get into the business. Gunjur and the Gambia at large has experienced numerous shutdowns when it comes to economy, and especially this COVID time. Please join us as we embark on a journey where we explore different areas of our business sector, from agriculture, fisheries, and small business enterprises. Gunjur Business is in short called Gunjur Biz. This will be a platform that we will use to explore different business opportunities, especially for young people. We'll bring you on Gunjur Online all the business topics that is related to financing, operations, marketing. And we will use this platform to invite experts from different sectors of the Gambian economy and give tips and have a broader analysis of the general business sector. This will give us an opportunity to be able to discuss in a broader detail how businesses are affected when it comes to our environment, our natural resources being exploited by other people, but also how we can tap into the opportunities and also access capital, which is very crucial for the success of the businesses. But not only that, we won't stop at accessing capital. You know what else we're going to do? It's about the little operational processes that are needed in our business culture to build up cultures that's going to be successful. And that's going to be, most importantly, what? It's going to be sustainable for the success of the business. So we can transfer wealth. We can also transfer skills from one person to another to be able to live in a community that is thriving, a community that businesses, private sector, individual businesses nurture entrepreneurship and reward them. So please join me every week on Gunjur Online as we delve into all these areas of discussions when it comes to business success. This is your host, Ahmed Manjang of Gunjur Online. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you.
Gunjur Fitness Center Body Max.
I see fire for body, and if she follow me go now, enjoyment go kill 'em. Baby girl, you bad, girl, the way you whine, I demand over you, girl, I demand over you, girl. Say you are my woman, my superwoman, I demand over you, girl, I demand over you, girl. See the wine, I see fire for body, and if she follow me go now, enjoyment go kill 'em.
Moro
Ibanya
mbijan do bakandro
ko ngalla janna kibaro moy kalka sola bagaso wafu wodan sija
e ka fontelle ko solar enterprise fo fendi nabe dendi solar la fannala la solar la bundal ndella ko do ko ke mole janka solar joran kendol natala dum min nata na ko fanandiya birin Gambia jam fo Gambia e bantala nga bagasol samba be ton ka do ku kendo be ke mo be ni nga do ko ke momo ndi en ka sanji kilin garantie dilale nyin kama ko la do ko lanno so waran ni tema
bagasi falle
bagaso min bijay fofe nabe dendi sola la bundala la sola la fannala a bagaso sifa be bijay lightning and pumping system ndella fanan ko ke mole min be dendi na ko ni dandal ni fordal ka diodi alla nin ka lampo fanan sika ka diala wo pumping wolbe dendi gadinol nin ku kotal ni la jiko ni la fanga bela lightning wala dimbani ku kotal danno sola enterprise tin ko la kadi
fam sola
fofe be dendi sola la haajo la janne be loro
wato tente bul bagasol tan
adum fana be ku fula la leje bunda fula fana be mbulle fan ka bonan dami anin dula ba fula safonya America ni Europe na fan ka bana wolta dum doron no moto min ka fenken dol na te sola la bagasol kana te nyam banko kanja
abanta bagasol tan
ngata.
For more information, call 7171-998, 7171-998. Gunjur Fitness Center Body Max.
Dear friends of the Gambia, greetings from your destination of choice, home to the island of Kunta Kinte and known for over 500 exceptional bird species. Be ready for adventures on the River Gambia, where nature caters to you sustainably as it meanders through endless experiences. Our rich, welcoming, and diverse cultures will show you the places closest to our hearts, delight you with our exceptional culinary taste and the local flavors, enchant you with state-of-the-art conference facilities, with luxurious accommodation that caters to your every need, considering your standards in an eco-friendly environment. Stay home today, travel tomorrow. We look forward to welcoming you all to our golden shores once again. From the Gambia, the smiling coast of Africa.
Ngande ati kodi di go ba for the